About her. Petty don't matter. Far as that teller, I pray to God they rattle tattle. Hey, what's a rapper? I started off that, now I'm better. I get capital. I help my people. It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we've got the latest chapter of a historic rivalry. It's the Cowboys and the Giants on Monday Night Prime Time.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Tonight, we wrap up Week 3 with a good Monday nighter here between the Dallas Cowboys and the New York Giants. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at this Giants ball club. It's an early test here after 2 losses to start the season, and a game they probably really need.
Obviously, no way do they want to get to 0-3. Not many teams make the playoffs with that kind of a start.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Cowboys, an early season tilt. And when it's an early season tilt, should be ready to roll.
Well, let's face it, the aches and pains haven't really set in yet, and both teams eyeing a really good start to get things going.
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. Taking it about the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Dak Prescott and Dallas taking the field for their first possession. Dak now in his 7th season in charge of the Cowboys. 2-time Pro Bowler.
And frankly, this is the type of game that a great quarterback relishes, because 0-2 on the road, everything's against him and his team. No one can expect them to win. Sometimes you band together real tight in that situation, and if he plays really well, they've got a chance to get that done.
Dak going to start out going to the air. Dancing to his left. And his first pass is incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton.
Prescott's pass complete to number 16.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Prescott. He'll get this to Elliott. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. Well, you don't become a 2-time rushing champion in this league without being able to shed some tackles, and Ezekiel Elliott does just that on this latest run.
Yeah, and that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact and in his mind just screamed, "Out of my way," and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
Couple of 1st downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Dak dropping this one off for Zeke. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Prescott. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down.
Well, whatever script they put together for this offensive drive, Charles, seems to be working. I'm curious to see if this defense will make any adjustments here.
Things certainly going according to plan, aren't they? I mean, the way they're advancing the football, it's like they're on the practice field having one of their better days. But instead, it's game day, and they're moving the ball downfield with purpose.
A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. On second down, Elliott. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. On 1st and 10, Prescott. Flushed out right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by Kayvon Thibodeau. And the Giants are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one. And let him know he'll be back the very next series.
Here come the Giants, led out by their former 6th overall pick out of Duke back in 2019. Daniel Jones under center.
And I saw that he had an interesting quote in the research packet that we had after last week's game. It's all on me now. I've got to lead my team and find a way for us to win a game. 0-2, but they're at home. I guess he's going to try and find a way to get the home crowd involved early.
He's got Bellinger.
And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line.
Holding, offense.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now Jones.
Another pass complete to Bellinger.
They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty. Throwing Jones.
And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And he will have a Giants first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. The Giants at 0-2 here to begin the season. And listen, they've made their share of mistakes in these first 2 games, CD, but talking with them in the days leading up to this one, doesn't seem like they've lost any confidence.
I would agree with that, and what they told us was that they weren't planning on making any drastic changes. They didn't see the need to shake things up. They were going to continue to plow ahead. They thought they had the right guys on the team and in the locker room. But they do have to start winning some games.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Well, they clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease. Feels good about what he's doing. I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that, and I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. That's complete to... And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. And I guess we're back to square one. A rocky start here. A turnover followed by a turnover.
Not exactly what we expected going into the game, but I always wonder about the nerves and people starting, the emotions of the game. Sometimes it takes a little while for that to play out and for them to settle in. Let's hope that that's taken care of now.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Prescott now, after the fumble recovery, steps away. And his throw is incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. the middle. Here's Elliott. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Prescott from the gun on third. Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. On fourth down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive.
Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
And hold on here because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They keep it with Barkley on 1st down.
He'll get it across midfield down to the 49.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 22 carries, 98 yards, 2 shy of 100.
And we all know he had a big workload last week, so I'm eager to see if they decide to back him off a little bit. Personally, I hand it to him 20-plus times again. When a running back's locked in like he is, I want him to keep touching the football.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And out now come the Cowboys.
And, partner, I know so far, we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right, where these teams are locked in and going at it, no points going up on the scoreboard? I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
Well, I think a couple of ways. Number one, you pull out something that maybe they haven't seen before. Coaches always talk about unscouted looks. Maybe you give them something that they haven't seen on tape, and now you shock them that way. The second, run your basic playbook, but run it so well that you give your skill position guys a chance to make big plays individually.
A 1st down carry by Elliott.
Yeah, he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
The numbers for Zeke from last week. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
They go to Elliott again. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Prescott. That one complete to Elliott.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Right back to his running back, Ezekiel Elliott. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
From the red zone now, Prescott. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. To throw again on second down. Prescott. Left side to Lamb. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds.
Prescott and Lamb hooking up for the Cowboy first.
When we say the sky's the limit for C.D. Lamb coming into his 3rd season, it's not hyperbole. 1,102 yards in his first Pro Bowl nod last season. He's now the unquestioned WR1 for Dallas following the Amari Cooper deal. They get it to him there for a first down.
Looking to throw. Prescott. So he stopped for no gain. And it'll be 2nd and goal. Line of scrimmage. Again, the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Touchdown! Dalton Schultz, his first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Cowboys post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
This fielded right at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Possession of the football going back over to the Giants.
They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Running again with Barkley on second down.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. And that throw behind his man. He missed him, incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, Jones. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete.
A 2-yard pickup makes it
Now Jones to throw on third down. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. But he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
A first down carry for Barkley. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 43 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Partner, there are strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent gain and first down. Simply put, you've got to put up more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
Again, it's Barkley. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
This has been a good drive so far. It's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones.
And that nearly trouble, but it's incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it. And it'll be 2nd down.
Operating from the gun. Jones. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Gano's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
Dak Prescott on the offense heading back onto the field. The returns on the last drive, pretty good. 7 for 7, touchdown pass. Probably take that, right?
I would say so. I mean, when you're cutting them apart that way, feeling so accurate, so confident going downfield, and then able to culminate by putting it in the end zone, oh, yeah, he's feeling real good right now.
Now he'll try to carry that over to this drive. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. On 2nd and 10, Prescott eluding the pressure right.
And he will slide down, but a penalty marker down. And this may be all for naught.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Prescott.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown.
But Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick 6.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
Gano the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
And now here come the Cowboys. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Darnay Holmes. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And that's Elliott, complete. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tackles. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away.
Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. And it may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll go to Barkley again. Oh, good move. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 78 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Up the middle with Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jones. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Jones now on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line.
Possession of the football going back to the Cowboys.
The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Now he's forced out right, and he'll just get rid of it. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the 1st down. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On is the punter, Brian Anger, to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Now a fair catch called for and made right on the 45-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Saquon Barkley and the Giants offense set to kick off their next drive. He's in his own second quarter, already closing in on a 100-yard game.
And that's the magic number for a running back. Anytime you get to that triple digits, that's all you're looking for. But he's got a chance to really exceed that in this one.
Yeah, he does. That's been the gold standard for a long time, hasn't it, that 100-yard mark?
It really has, and that never has to shift because it's in a game. It's a 1,000-yard mark. I'm wondering, since we've gone from 12 to 14 to 16 games, maybe we need to up that a little.
Jones to throw on third down. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Jamie Gillen now on to punt. Pulled in at the 24. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
The Cowboy offense going to head out now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to go, they may try and work their way into field goal range and try to tie up this ball game.
Prescott looks to throw on first. And he wisely will throw that one away. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Prescott to throw it. And the catch made by Hilton. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. 3rd and short yardage, Prescott.
And he'll go underneath here to Elliott. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. Back to Elliott, and he's got him again.
The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
Meanwhile, Dak's throw here pulled in by Hilton. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte, where you see the final score there. Sam Darnold, 5 touchdown passes, leading his guys to the victory. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And it was the visiting Jacksonville Jaguars that go home with the victory. Trevor Lawrence, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. Finally, we head to the shores of Lake Erie, see what's going on with the Cleveland Browns. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Pittsburgh Steelers. Kenny Pickett, sharp in the victory, as his guys bounce back from a tough start to the year to claim victory number 1. With that, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Cowboys. And despite the fact that they're down on the scoreboard, they were able to have some success throwing the football in that opening half. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they did not have quite the same amount of success in the passing game that their counterparts did, as you get a look at the numbers there.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Darnay Holmes now from his end zone. The Giants about set to go to begin this third quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Jones. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. It's a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down.
And that had trouble written on it from the start.
Yeah, I'd say, partner, sometimes you just got to know when to surrender and mitigate the loss. Instead, he kept going backwards, and now it's 3rd and long. Good luck with this play call.
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. Throwing, Jones. He finds him again, Saquon Barkley. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
Brandon, it certainly looked like they had that play defended well, but it still almost worked. Got it to the running back. He wound up getting really good yardage out of it. But it was 3rd and long, and they were able to rally and stop it before he could get to the marker.
Here's Jamie Gillen now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. And a fair catch taken here right at about the 40-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the 2nd half. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Dak going to hand it to Elliott on the option. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line.
They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Again, it's Elliott. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Now Prescott. Forced out to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down. Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Call fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
They'll run it with Elliott. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. Ezekiel Elliott not able to get it past the marker. And the Giants are going to get the football back. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Catch made by Slayton. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
Here's Jones on 1st down. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. But I believe the Giants got this back, and they will hold on to the possession. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley.
This pass into the hands of Bellinger.
A gain of 2, just like we saw on 1st and 2nd down as well. Deuce is wild.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. Here's Jamie Gillen now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
The Dallas offense back out onto the field.
And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is what every back in the league is supposed to do, exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
Well, they're going to get about 3 here out of this 1st down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. From the 44, Prescott. Over the middle, complete. That's Schultz. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 45-yard line.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Throwing, Prescott.
Out of his hands quickly to CeeDee Lamb.
And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 20-yard line. A gain of 18 and a new set of downs.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Zeke going to get it on the option.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott.
His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys have retaken a 3rd-quarter lead. Well, hard to argue with that being their best drive of the game so far as they use the running game to get them into the end zone.
Couldn't agree more, partner. Prior to that drive, they sputtered a little bit, but it looks like they found the formula. I would expect them to go back to that more and more as this game develops.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
Holmes going to opt against bringing it out, and they will begin at the 25.
And New York set to take the field.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's James.
And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
It's interesting how we label routes. You know, some people might call this a hitch. For me, a hitch is a little bit closer to the line of scrimmage, about 1 to 3 yards deep. A lot of people might call this a dig route, going this deep on a 3rd and 7 to pick up the first down. Others just call it a stick route. Get to the right point, stick in that spot, and let them hit you with a pass. No matter what, they did pick up the first down.
Now Jones throwing on first down. A quick pass here. He's got Shepard. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. From the 45 on second down, Jones. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Giants. Daniel Bellinger with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Giants have answered back with a third-quarter touchdown of their own to retake the lead. Pretty good response. They had given up the touchdown and the lead, but they struck back.
And I love the way that they just saw it happen, took a quick exhale on the sidelines. So let's go get it back and fast. Let's go ahead and throw the ball downfield and get our own 6 points.
A huge chunk play to regain that lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now 17-14. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Pollard to return from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Ezekiel Elliott gets ready to go again here on offense as he shuffles onto the field. He's toppled the century mark already receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they might need to devote some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum he has. A 20th carry here for Elliott. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And even 100 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
First down throw for Prescott. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Throwing again on second down. Prescott. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down. Prescott from the gun. He's got, and now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Barkley, inside handoff. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jones to Shepard, complete over the middle. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Looking to throw. Jones.
This one goes out wide for Barkley. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. Even with the good footwork, he'll be stopped just inside the 35. The offense on third down tonight, they've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be 3rd and 5.
He's got Bellinger.
Yeah, that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Call it a loss of 2 there on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
No surprise they decided to throw on 3rd down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to swell the lead to 6. Gano's kick is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, it's a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field.
And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
113 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. He'll buy, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Kayvon Thibodeau in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. So his first sack of the game, but CD, not his first of the season. He has shown an ability to get after the quarterback here early in his rookie year.
Yeah, and that just goes along with everything else we already knew about him. We knew his ability to tackle and to make plays behind the line of scrimmage. But any kind of pass rush you get almost seems like a bonus. I think they'll use him that way a lot more moving forward.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Prescott now. And he fends him off. And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Now Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup.
And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. This looks like a roughing call. Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
To throw again on 2nd down. Prescott flushed out right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. On 3rd down, Elliott. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down.
Brandon, this can be so demoralizing for a defense. They've had 2 opportunities to get off the field. They haven't gotten it done. So now your coordinator, he's going to call every blitz that he has, any type of exotic, something that they haven't seen before. And he's also telling the defensive lineman, don't worry about holding people up. Just get in gaps and try and make a big play.
And not only not getting off the field on 2 opportunities, clock continuing to run. They keep on the ground with Elliott. Oh, no, he lost the football. And who's got it? The Giants.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
The New York set to take the field.
They'll be hoping to work a little clock and try to add on to this slim fourth-quarter lead. But whatever happens on this drive, certainly a huge fumble recovery by their defense at this juncture. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Pollard going to try the right side. Slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it in every position, and we just saw there some linebackers that go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. On third down, it's Prescott.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Giants are going to get it back here just past the 35.
Well, I saw the pressure coming out, and that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
So now the Giants set to take over on offense. They've lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. To throw on 2nd and 10. Jones. Got his man complete over the middle. That's James. They'll try to run for it with Barkley.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. They keep it with Barkley on first down. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jones. That's complete to Slayton.
And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle is made at the Cowboys' 24-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
Jones now on 1st and 10. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Jones. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. Gano's kick is good, and that will make this a 9-point lead. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
There's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
And able to get this out to the 25. Well, hang on a second here, because on that last play, it appears one of the Giants shaken up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. Complete to Hilton. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
New York's offense back out there and set to go. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. Jones with a handoff to Barkley.
Holding offense.
Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes at that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. They'll run it again with Barkley. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. Gano's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So the big return had him fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball. After that, they didn't even get a first down.
This one will come out to the 25 as Pollard is going to elect not to return it.
So Dak and the Cowboys down by 12. A little over a minute to go. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10.
Now Prescott.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked off by Kayvon Thibodeau. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football. Well, obviously, Charles, this stage of the game, down 2 scores, they had to put the football in the air. Unfortunately, it gets picked off.
And the criticism comes easily in situations like this, but you just laid it out. Look where they are on the scoreboard. Look at where the clock is in the game. He has to take a chance here and try and get the ball downfield to his receivers. Unfortunately, it was picked off.
The possession switching back to the New York Giants.
And with the defense out of timeouts, powerless to stop the clock, this should just be a couple of kneel downs. And the Giants will kneel it here out of the victory formation. They go down to a knee and a sigh of relief as they are into the win column for the first time this year. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Giants, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Chicago Bears next week. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3.
And they will be back home next week for a date with Washington.